All right, welcome to the Leroy and Earl pre-show on YouTube. Thanks for listening. We're going to go live and start the show in just 2 minutes. Earl, how the hell are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm better than Custer, my friend. Better than Custer.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means.
Remember Armstrong Custer? The Alamo, the Last Stand?
Colonel Custer?
Yep. Yeah, that looks like a good meal you got there. Is that why you moved the camera so I could see it?
Oh, this right here.
Oh, this? Is that 2 cheeseburgers and tater tots? Holy shit, that looks good. Holy crap, that looks good.
And chocolate milk?
Oh, chocolate. I don't know about that. You lost me with chocolate milk.
I gotta process my claim over here.
This is the Leroy and Earl Show. We start live on YouTube just a few minutes before we go live on the Strange Label Podcast Network, strangelabel.com. And we only do that because, well, at first I thought it was cool because, you know, if you want to watch on YouTube, you might see some behind-the-scene things like you're seeing now. And now I only do it because if I don't do it, I have too many things to do at once when the show starts, and I'll forget. So. Yep. I need a haircut.
What?
I'm starting to look like a freaking refugee. Yeah, those grilled on the grill? Where'd you get those?
No, they were supposed to be, but we didn't have any lighter fluid.
Just grilled them upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, things couldn't be much better for me. The only thing that would make life perfect is if we had like 1,000 people listen to the show.
Millions of dollars.
Michelle says a hot porn star tonight? Question mark. I said, well, I don't know how hot he is or if he's a star, but he's in porn.
He is a struggling porn star.
Yes. All right, we are going to go live now. I got to get this song queued up. I should have done it before. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Pause it. That's not what I meant to do. All right. Talk to you in a minute, buddy.
All right, buddy.
You're listening to fucking Leroy and Earl Show. Ren, we do have a call if you don't mind me taking it.
No, how about it?
Okay, you're on the Leroy and Earl Show. Who's this?
Hey, boys. What's up?
What's up, Saul?
Oh, that's Saul. Hey,
this is,
Saul, man, what's going on, dude? This is all on my credit card, so hurry it up.
Well, I was calling in specifically to ask, do you accept Visa and MasterCard, or do you accept American Express? Because I'm in.
All major credit cards accepted.
Yeah, baby. I tell you, when I was a young man, I used to do this phone sex thing, and shit, I didn't make any money.
See you.
Guess what, shift heads? It's time for the Leroy and Earl Show.
All right, welcome to the Leroy and Earl Show. I'm Leroy.
Oops, I'm Earl.
And you're listening to the Adult Cartoon Podcast. We're live on the Strange Label Podcast Network every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you, Michelle, who's listening on Strange Label. And I think somebody else is on there. I don't know who it is. Earl, I see you got your dinner going already.
Yes, I do. Although I'm feeling kind of full already, and I got a whole dinner left over there.
Say, man, you just got started.
Yeah, that's my bad. I woke up. I already had a gallon of chocolate milk and garlic breadsticks. I had those too. Not a very good combo.
Well, I tell you what, I'll take one of those off your hand. You want to send it over here? I don't know how, but just throw it at the computer screen, and it'll come through.
I think these are Bubba burgers.
Oh, my favorite. I love me some Bubba burgers. All right, so on tonight's show we have a struggling porn star, a male porn star. Don't get too excited out there. No, we're not gonna have two hot chicks in 2 weeks in a row. I sound like Ricky, don't I? I was stumbling over myself. Ricky is in the bathroom right now, pinching a loaf, so he'll be out here in a minute. He's our intern.
Yeah, pinching a loaf of my ass. He's out in there rubbing one out to whatever porn star you
maybe. So yeah, we have a Thickwood Badger is his porn name. He lives in Southern California, and he's an admitted struggling porn actor. Star would not be the right word to use, because that would imply that he's a household name or something, but he's not. So he's going to be on here in a few minutes. We're going to give him a call. And tonight's show is brought to you by my new favorite beer, and that is Michelob Ultra Lime Cactus. That's right. This stuff is delish. Way better than Bud Light Lime. Definitely better than that Labatt Light Lime shit.
So I've been in search of a new phone that doesn't break, right? Because I'm rough on phones here. So I got this from Verizon, this DuraForce. But the problem is this DuraForce, the battery's dying. I mean, it's like 10% down. I just pulled off the charger half an hour ago, and I haven't even done anything with it. And it freezes up. So I bought the cat, the thermal merman on it.
Easy for
but
you
I
to
didn't
say.
realize it didn't work with Verizon. So I went to process the claim, which I'm doing as we speak. And this lady just said to me, "I hope you have an excellent day."
Oh,
EGGCELLENT.
is that some kind of hidden message?
I don't know. I mean, it just looks like a normal thing, but it's "hope you have an excellent day."
That's weird. It's not even Easter.
I know. That's what I was trying to think. Like, am I missing something here?
I don't think so. They're probably just trying to be funny. They're not funny.
I'm trying to think of a reply.
I don't know what to tell you. Michelle wants to know if the picture of Thickwood Badger that was posted on Twitter was him. As far as I know, that's a picture he sent me. So, what are the odds that it's actually him? Your guess is as good as mine. Michelle, does it really matter? Does it matter? You're never going to meet him, so just pretend like that's him. Yep, we're going to talk to him in a few minutes. The other day I went outside, and my son...
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. My son, who is going to be 14 this month, he was sitting out there, and he's on the front porch, right? And we restrict their TV time, their gaming time, right? So he's got, several hours during the day he's not allowed to play video games. So he's sitting out there, and he's bored.
Killing animals and naming them.
No, he's not. He's just sitting there. He's bored. He's just upset. So I thought, I'm not going to give in to letting him play video games, 18 hours a day, right? So I said, let's go inside. Let's go to discountwheelies.com. Let's get you an ATV. And we did. We got him an ATV, shipped free. And I'm telling you what, he doesn't even want to play video games anymore. He's outside riding that ATV, and it's just the right size for him. You got to go to discountwheelies.com and check out what they got. It's amazing.
That's pretty genius, actually. I mean, what kid would want to go inside and play video games when they could be outside riding wheelies?
Exactly. At a
For
discount.
about the cost of a gaming console,
Right. So, yeah, check it out. Check out discountwheelies.com. They have ATVs. They have dirt bikes. They have accessories, and I believe they also they offer phone sex, right?
Yeah, well, anything you want, really, I think is what they offer.
Okay,
As long as you're willing to pay for it.
so there you go. That's discountwheelies.com. That is, if you didn't guess, one of our sponsors. The show is brought to you by Discount Wheelies. So without further ado, let's get this shite underway. Let's give this guy a call here. And
All right, well, hey, I'll be back. These nut burgers are making me nervous.
Are you serious?
I gotta move them. I'll be back.
Well, let's get ready to call our guest.
I'll call him. I'll be back.
I would like for you to be here when I call him. Where the hell? Damn it. He left. I don't know what the hell. I'll call him anyway. Thickwood Badger. What a name. This is the Leroy and Earl show.
Hello?
Hello, is this Thickwood Badger?
This is.
Hey, what's going on, my friend?
Oh, not much. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Hey, hold on just a second.
Sure. It's 4:09 in California, for those who aren't aware of the time difference.
Hey,
Thickwood.
what
Hello.
in the shit was that?
Are you talking to me?
No, that is not a blowjob. Okay? Listen, you are neglecting the balls. There's no tongue action. The stroke is way off.
Wow.
Okay? I've had fluffers with a better grip than that. You disgusting. Get out of my sight.
Digging dog.
Don't make me a sandwich. I said don't make me a sandwich.
I see why he's struggling.
I'm sorry, guys. Don't get married.
Are you on set? Or is that just your girlfriend?
Everything's good now. You got to keep the wife in line every now and then.
So you're not at work.
Place.
So you're
We
not.
thought that was a bit. The acting was so good. We thought that was a bit
No.
for the porn industry.
No.
No, man. I'm all worked out for today. I'm just trying to relax from a hard day of fucking and coming. Got to deal with this shit.
So your wife is okay with your vocation?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that for me?
I said your wife is okay with your job?
She really doesn't have a choice.
Wow.
Gotta pay the bills somehow, man.
So before we go any further, let me introduce you to the Leroy and Earl Show audience. This is Thickwood Badger. He lives in Southern California in the LA area. He works in pornography, and he is a self-proclaimed struggling porn actor, although he has been in, he's had small parts, and I don't mean anything by that.
Did you say?
He said limited roles in lots of different porn movies, some of which we're going to talk about tonight. And I contacted him through Twitter, and he was like, yeah, sure, hell, I'll go on any podcast I can. So Thickwood Badger, first of all, what a name, Thickwood Badger. That's hilarious. Tell us a little bit about.
Hey, what's so funny?
It's
a family name.
It's a family name.
Yeah.
So your real name is Thickwood Badger?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, you need a co-star. That's the issue.
Co-star? Well,
yeah, he needs a co-star, man. He needs like a mini-me or something.
He's a freelancer, right? How many?
Yeah.
Thickwood, how many movies have you been in, like in any capacity?
Oh, I'd say 50 to 75.
Wow, that's a lot.
Not all of them made it to the big Pornhub screen.
Right.
A lot of them were just amateur, shot in the backyard kind of stuff.
Understandable.
Those are the best ones, though, aren't they? The amateur shot in the backyard stuff. That's what everybody's looking for.
Well, yeah. The sheep didn't like it too much, but not too many of those videos floating around. But there's a select crowd over in Germany that's what they like. So
yeah,
just trying to get the career going. Do what you got to do.
So how long have you been doing this?
Oh, let's see. I started jacking off at 12.
No. How long have you been getting some money to do it on film?
Oh, okay.
Never?
Well, I'd say I've been working steady for the last 3 years.
Steady as in full-time income, or do you have another job?
Yeah, because I've been beating off steady for longer than that.
Oh, that's my main gig. I mean, shoots last all day. I mean, really don't have time for another job. Even if I did, you're too wore out.
Hey, Thickwood, I'm not sure what's going on with your phone, but it seems like at the end of your sentences, it's like you're covering the mouthpiece up. I don't know if that's something you're doing or if it's just our phone connection. I'm just letting you know. And it is 4:13 on the West Coast where Thickwood is at. And again, thanks so much for taking your time to come on our podcast. I know at first on Twitter you were a little reluctant until apparently you said you listened to the show and you're like, hell yeah. And I got to tell you, there's something unusual about this show you might not have guessed. And that is we have a lot of female listeners and they're all messaging us right now and they're not all that happy with you.
Yeah, why is that?
I think it's because of your treatment, your opening salvo with your wife there and the blowjob. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. You have your theory. Mine is they've seen some of my videos, and apparently I got something that their husbands ain't packing.
Oh,
So speaking of that, I mean, he's got to have a website or something to plug, right, Mr. Thickwood?
Thickwood.
Uh,
It's just thickwoodbadger.com.
Yep, thickwoodbadger.com.
All right, ladies, thickwoodbadger.com. You have a contact page so they can chastise you?
Oddly enough, he doesn't have a lot of social media. Twitter's the only thing he has.
I don't have a whole lot going on right now. Like I said, I'm still trying to get my career up and going. It's been a little rough, I'll be honest.
Thickwood Badger. I probably don't know how to spell it. Thickwood Badger, BADGER.com.
I think.
Whoa, buddy. Hey, don't be putting this shit on YouTube.
It's not. No, it's not on YouTube.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah, you're good. We're not on YouTube. So let's.
No, there's no porn going on YouTube. Man.
Let's get beyond all this. And Earl, I'd be cool if I could see your face. Your face is right behind me.
Well, it'd be cool if I could see this dude's porn site, but I can't.
He doesn't have a porn site. He doesn't have a porn site.
It's thickwoodbadger.com.
Okay, listen. Here's how you're going to see Thickwood. I got a list of the movies he's been in, and we could talk about them. Thickwood, you can let us know. Say, hey, I had a big role in that, or I had a very small role. You probably wouldn't even notice me, kind of deal. And I guess weren't you a whistle pig at one time?
Sadly, I was. That's how I had to break into the industry.
Right. So if you were a whistle pig on those movies, you weren't on screen, obviously. So
what's a whistle pig?
Look, buddy, if you got to ask, you do not want to know.
Sounds like you don't want to know, but man, that sounds pretty hardcore to be a whistle pig and still be struggling after that, man.
Well, you've heard of a fluffer.
Let's just say you graduate up to a fluffer after a whistle pig.
Jesus.
Wow.
Does Leroy, does Thickwood Badger do just female porn, or does he do gay porn?
Well, I'm gonna let him answer that.
Well, mostly it's just with the females. Like I said, man, gotta pay the bills.
Well, Thickwood, I do have a question about one movie you were involved in. Being Earl already brought this subject up. You were in Bum Fight at the O-Gay Corral.
I was.
Can you tell me about that?
Oh, man. Well, I think the title pretty much sums it up.
I've
It's a
come up with
West-
I got. You
Western
can use this
theme.
if you want. Might set your
Hold on,
career off.
hold on. You guys are both talking at the same time. Earl, can you hear him?
Not when I'm talking. No.
Right. So,
Well, Jesus Christ, Earl, say what you're going to say. I'm trying to tell a story here.
Well, I'm trying to give you some advice here and get your career off the ground. Jeez. All right. I was thinking maybe Quid Quo Bro for like a gay porno name or something like that. Doppeldangler.
what? Why are you just going to throw out movies that have already been made? I have a
I don't
list.
know. Have they already been made? I don't know.
I have a list of movies that he was actually involved with.
Well, go ahead. I mean,
Well, I already-
Jesus H.
So, Thickwood, I'm sorry we got on this subject first. It wasn't my
I'm still
intent.
trying to find his damn
It
website.
was-
I'm thinking this is a ruse. Was
Well-
this somebody you know, Leroy?
No, I know him now. I don't know him. Listen,
Well, give us
I
his
don't-
Twitter site or something. I gotta verify this shit.
at Thickwood Badger is his Twitter handle, and he doesn't have Facebook or Instagram, all that shit.
That website ain't coming up.
All right, Thickwood, tell me a little bit about some of these other movies you've been in. Add Mama to the Train.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I only got to watch that one. That was one of my, back in my fluffer days.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
any given.
Tell you what, though.
Go ahead.
Mama had a rough ride.
Did she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, add Mama to the Train. Wow. I'm getting old. I gotta put my glasses on here. I can't see this list. Okay, any given come day?
Any given come day.
Do you remember that one?
Oh, man, I've shot so many. I don't remember that one. I'll tell you some of the ones I've been in recently. Started doing a few of those spoof pornos. You ever heard of those? I think they've got ones out where it's like the Avengers running around fucking each other, and I think they did one with Batman, maybe.
I know I saw one called Batman in Robin. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, possibly. I can't remember the title of that one. Those are just examples. The ones that I've been in, you've seen the movie Sharknado, right?
Oh, I sat through about half of it. And that's all I could take.
Yeah.
So I know. Yeah.
Yeah, this girl too in our movie, it was called Cocknado. She only made about halfway through the movie too. Then, well, that movie never got finished. There was on-scene death. It was a whole thing.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. I was also in one called Zombievers. I don't know if you've seen that movie on Netflix, but we did a spoof of that.
I didn't see the movie, but I seen it there on Netflix. I almost watched it.
Yeah, you know the whole premise, zombie beavers? Well,
Yeah.
that was the same as the movie I was in, except it was a different beaver.
I got you. Wow. You've had quite an interesting go of it. There's a few more of these movies I want to ask you about. Charlie's Anal. That sounds fun.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Charlie's
Children of the Cornhole.
Children of the Cornhole. Yeah, that one got shut down pretty quick just because of the children part.
God.
Quid quo, bro.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And now I got two movies on here that seem like the same movie. Were you in both? Shut up, computer. Were you in both of these? Chitty Chitty Gang Bang and Clitty Clitty Bang Bang? Is that the same movie?
Oh, actually, Clitty Clitty Bang Bang was the one that I was in.
Okay, so the other one's that must be a misprint.
Yeah, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I thought that was like some shitty movie from like the 1920s or something.
No. Oh my gosh. How about Ferris Bueller's Jerk Off? Were you in that?
Yeah. Actually, that was one of my amateur ones. It was just a solid 10 minutes of just me stroking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Did surprisingly well.
Didn't Ricky used to try to get into some amateur gay porn, or he tried to enter the world as is one of those deals, a fluffer or whatever?
Hey, Ricky, come here.
What?
Ricky,
come here,
did
buddy.
you used to do this, man?
I was a fluffer. I was.
Get closer to the microphone. Come over here.
I mean, I know he had to do it to get the intern spot here on the show, but
Well, I was a whistle pig for about a week.
You were a what?
A whistle pig, like he said.
What the hell is a whistle pig?
Well, if you don't know, I can't tell you. Let's just say it's not good.
yeah, anybody knows what a whistle pig is, right into the show right now and tell us.
I get a funny comment coming in on strangelabel.com in the chat room. Pearl says she's never seen a straight man searching so hard for a gay porn actor. She's talking about Earl.
What in the hell, Pearl? That's bullshit. You're supposed to be on my side. Help me out here.
So Thickwood Badger is he's a struggling porn actor. Apparently he's probably done a few gay things, not because he wanted to, but probably because he needed the money. But
how about By Curious George? Were you in that one, Mr. Liquid Badger?
Yes, that is another one of mine.
Gets the names right.
I know. Getting away from these movies you've been in, there is one thing that we messaged about on Twitter that I wanted to talk to you about. And that was, if you follow us on Twitter at Leroy and Earl, you'll know that I posted that, sadly, Gordon Ramsay, who is the, you know who he is, Earl? He's the chef guy, Chef from Hell, or whatever that show is. You know that?
Tell me he's dead.
No, worse.
Damn it.
Worse than that. His dwarf.
He's alive?
His dwarf porn double died.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
He had a dwarf porn double, and he actually died, ironically, in a badger den. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you got to be talking about my buddy Percy.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Percy Foster was his name. You guys knew each other, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
we
looking.
did.
I'm trying to look
Let's
through
clear
my
one thing up,
collection here,
though.
Mr.
When they say he died in a badger den, the badger den is what I like to call my fuck pad.
Okay. So it wasn't.
So he didn't literally die in a den of badgers.
So that's
Okay.
That's a misleading news headline, because I thought he died, with animals.
Oh, there were animals, but yeah, it was at my house.
Mr. Lixwood, I think I found a couple other ones you were in. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Robin Hood, The Sexorcist, and I think you were in Little Orphan Tranny. Is that right?
Is that true?
I was actually a stunt cock for Little Orphan Tranny.
I never heard of a stunt cock. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that to prevent injury to the main cock?
Sometimes you just have a better looking dick than the guy who got the main role, or he's just too wore out from all the fucking, can't keep it up long enough, so they just shoot you from cock and balls doing your thing.
Oh, I
I'm
got
a
it.
stunt cock.
That makes sense. It makes total sense. Who would know, right?
Do they? Well, now, do they? Damn, a little hot. Now, do they
Mr.
do that
Leroy,
with
Mr. Leroy, your
cocks
hotmail
and-
settings need updated.
Shut
Shut
up,
up, Ricky.
Ricky! Not right in the middle of the show.
But the
Listen.
computer thing said your hotmail needs updated.
Shut the fuck up! God damn it!
Do you think they do that with cocks and vaginas at the same time? So you're watching a porn and it's two people you didn't even pay for to see. It's like some huge chick, you don't even realize it, with a small penis.
So what you're saying is, when they go to close up, it could be some really fat, nasty girl. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they do all the close-up shit and some, nasty fat,
Not that fat
Well,
people are nasty. Don't
No, nasty
Sometimes,
fat,
yes,
not just
that's how it is.
Oh, so that's how you were a cock double.
Way to turn it around and make me the asshole.
For a
You
short
are
period
a
of time,
racist.
yes.
How about I starred in one called Pulp Friction.
Did you? I didn't know you were in movies.
Yeah, I've been in a couple
Uh,
movies. You didn't know that? I
Earl?
thought that's why you surprised me with this guy here.
I was in the movie. I was Whistle Pig on Leroy does
Why, Ricky? Why
Why-
are you
yeah.
speaking in there and not turning Leroy's mic down?
I thought I was.
Nope, you're coming through as Leroy's mic too. Anyways, another one I did.
That's
Orange
really
porn?
weird.
Question mark.
That is weird. Well, answer that question again. I'm sorry.
What was the question?
What the question you just asked?
Repeat the question, Mr. Thickwood.
I don't think he asked the question.
What was the question?
There was no question. We were
Well, then
just
why are you
talking.
asking me to answer the question?
You said that.
I didn't say shit,
You
man.
said-
I'm sitting here trying to.
You
I don't
said
know what I
ans-
was doing now,
You
but
said answer the question.
Your Hotmail
Well-
settings are still.
Shut the hell up.
answer the question, Ricky. Damn it.
What's the question?
Hey,
What was the
Ricky.
question? Yeah, what's up, Mr. Badger?
Ricky.
What? What's up, buddy?
Do you like working for Leroy and Earl?
I don't have
They
any.
seem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to answer your question. If I liked it, I love it.
Answer the damn question,
I like
Ricky.
it. I love it. I want some more of it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Why?
You seem like you take a lot of shit.
Well, I'm pretty stupid. I mean, I'm not smart at all. So the fact that they let me even be around them and be their friend is that's like it's like flowers.
Goddamn
You
right.
can't.
You get a hold of me after the show. I might have a job for you fluffing my cock before my shoots.
Well, I'm not gay, so what's the
Hey,
pay?
that's what he does now.
Whoa. Hey. Don't bring sexuality into it. It's a fucking job.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck you. No,
Sorry.
fuck you, Ricky.
Ricky.
You don't get the job.
Hey, wait. What was the pay? What was the pay? Does it pay?
Twice what you get now, Ricky.
I don't think he's interested in hiring you anymore.
Hey, it depends on how well you can fluff.
Well, I guess it's better to be a whistle pig. I'll think about it. I'll get a hold of Namdi and see if he's okay with it.
Hold on, Namdi. We got a big shout out to our Nigerian buddy Namdi Edom listening in Nigeria. Namdi, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, Namdi. After we're done with Thickwood here, I got
Is
something. I wanna
Nandi
tell you.
calling again?
No, he's not, but he's listening. He listens
See
to the
now,
show.
if Nandi came over, that these might be something we can get him into is gay porn
Yeah,
for sure.
that's great. Bring someone from the country. All right, Thickwood.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you seem a little gruff to me. Like, I don't know if gruff is the right word. Like, when I pictured talking to some dude who lives in California who's in porn, I don't know. I think maybe you might have a hard time getting work because you seem like you're. I'm trying to put this delicately.
Chauvinistic?
A little bit chauvinistic. I would think in this day and age, in 2018, it would be hard to get by treating
Yeah,
women.
I mean, even porn stars like to be romanced a little bit.
Right, and I mean, Ron Jeremy was he was on the list of guys getting put up for sexual harassment. I mean, everybody in California is waiting in line to get put up for sexual harassment. So I guess what I'm saying is, you think if you were a little more tolerant or nicer, you might get more work?
Well, let's back up a second. Have you seen Ron Jeremy lately? Or even back in the 80s? That dude is a sweaty butterball fuck.
Oh, I don't know how he was ever in porn. That's not the point. My point was he got accused.
Well, have you ever seen his dick? He's got a dick built for porn.
I can say I've honestly never seen his dick. So,
Oh,
Earl,
well,
I know you have.
Yeah, I've seen. Don't lie.
I honestly, I never have.
You've never
I'm
seen a
not
Ron
saying-
Jeremy porn.
I'm not saying I've never watched porn. Obviously, I have, but for
I
some
said a
reason,
Ron Jeremy porn, man.
I never have. I don't know why. I just never have.
Well, you know who he is?
Because I do know who he is.
He looks
because,
like a mix of,
because
Mario and
Yes.
Saddam.
he looks like somebody who could never be in porn.
Yeah,
Right.
Earl's onto something. He's like Mario with a mullet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Open up another.
Yeah. Now, to answer your question, I mean, that's just
There's
how
the
you got to
question.
be in the industry, really. I mean, you got to take what you want.
Hey, Mr. Badger, what Mr. Leroy's trying to say, but he's too nice, is you seem like you're a real freaking dick.
Hey, come on. I'm sorry about
Hey,
that.
fuck you, Ricky. No job.
Yeah.
No
Fuck you,
fucking
Ricky.
job.
Good job.
I wouldn't touch your dick with Father James's hands.
Don't bring
Yeah?
Father James
Well,
into
your
this.
mom was all over my cock last night. How's that make you feel?
My mom's, I don't have a mom, so there. That can't happen.
He doesn't. He doesn't have a mom or dad.
Yeah, he's got 2 dads, doesn't he?
My God. This show has just gone straight into the gutter.
Is this what's happening with this show again? It's all about sex and bashing women and stuff.
We're not bashing women. I mean, I want to get.
Oh, I love bashing women with my dick.
He gets paid for it.
Wow.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't get paid a little bit.
He's trying to get
Okay.
paid for it.
Listen, you asked me if this is where this show is going. It seems like if I can't get a guest on this show, it completely bombs. So I am busting my ass from Wednesday to Wednesday to get guests on the show. So I'm taking whoever I can get. It just so happens that we had a phone sex operator last week, and we got a struggling porn star this week. Okay, maybe we'll take next week off. So
Next week's struggling podcast.
struggling. So I think you should be Earl.
I'm Earl.
I think you should be a little more appreciative of Thickwood taking his time at 7 or 4:30 in the afternoon.
No, I don't care, man. I respect women. You can't come in here and start talking shit to your women. Women are bread and butter, man. They're the reasons we're allowed to watch porn sometimes.
So, Thickwood, do you have anything to say to that? What's he doing?
What in the hell are you
Thickwood.
doing?
Thickwood, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm losing you a little bit.
It's because we're talking about bashing women.
No, I think I'm just getting a bad connection where I'm at.
All right. Well, I think we're pretty close to wrapping it up.
About time we wrap it up. Now, do you do condom porn or no? Like a lot of porn, you'll see condoms, which is odd. Like I always wonder,
No,
like
fuck
how do
no.
they get away with
Who
in
wants
this
to watch
industry
porn
without
with
using
condoms?
condoms?
He said, "Who wants to
Wow,
wear a
that's-
condom?"
It's like the worst thing ever.
Well, I get that, but man, you're dealing with people that have sex with other people all the time. You probably got the HIV rolling around. You got STDs and infections and stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're all tested relatively frequently.
I don't buy that, man.
There's only a handful of us that share needles.
Well, that's good. Wow, this
By
guy's.
that, he means everybody he has sex with.
This guy's.
I got my fingers crossed for a little freaky dinky.
Get it, needle dick?
Needle dick. All right, Thickwood Badger. We wish you the best, I guess. I mean, I think, you're probably lighten up on your stance as far as.
Hey, man, when your wife leaves you, what do you have? A struggling porn career. I mean, come
I've got
on.
my hand.
You gotta
That's what I've got.
Wow, this guy's a real piece
Get
of
rid
work.
of this. Ricky, hang up the phone, man. Hang up the phone on this guy.
I'm not hanging up. I still might have a job.
You
Not gonna
don't have
hire you.
no job,
Not gonna hire
Ricky.
you.
Well, hang the phone up
Don't
and get
take
over
no
there,
shit,
Ricky.
Ricky.
I don't take no shit from these guys.
Yes, you do. Every single day.
All right, I do.
It's
You can come fluff my cock anytime, Richie.
wow.
You don't even know
Ricky.
your name, Richie.
It's Ricky. It's
I
not
mean,
Richie.
Ricky.
You guys can eat
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. Ricky. My bad.
All right. Well, we're going to let you go, Thickwood. We appreciate you taking your time. to come on the Leroy Earl Show, the adult cartoon of podcasts. And even though we might not completely agree with your, the way you treat women, I wonder if this is Earl.
I'm Earl.
I wonder if this might be more common than we know. You think of guys in porn.
People treating women badly?
Yeah. I mean, think about porn. Think of how much porn is out there where women are purposely mistreated for the fetish part of it. I'm not saying it's like huge, widespread, but
I think there's a big difference in like fetish, dirty sex, and just straight up calling your wife a bitch for no reason.
Well, you don't know that's for no reason. Maybe she is a bitch.
That is true. But
right? So, hey, Thickwood.
In my defense, my wife is a bitch. I'm sorry.
There you go. See?
It's probably the most real thing he said all night.
All right. We're going to let you go, Thickwood. We don't want to keep you any longer. We're going to talk a little bit more about this subject, take a break, and then finish the show. Again, appreciate you taking your time to be on the show. And, thanks, buddy.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
The cactopus.
All right. That's it was Thickwood Badger. But what I was saying is, if you any kind of porn, really, in this day and age, unless it's softcore, if you think about that porn and you took it back 100 years, anybody watching that would say that we were mistreating women.
You think 100 years ago they didn't beat the shit out of their wives and kids and stuff like that?
I'm talking about mainstream, everyday people, not people that beat their wives or pedophiles. I'm talking about normal, everyday men who respected women. If they saw our porn today, they would look at that and say we were mistreating them. Okay? So my point is, I wonder if it might be a little more prevalent in the porn industry than we know, because a lot of times women don't speak out, obviously, from all this stuff we've heard. I mean, Bill Cosby drugs and rapes freaking women, and they don't say anything for 40 years. So,
but it's the porn industry, man. You can't go into the porn industry and start claiming that you've been sexually harassed. It's just, you kind of sign up for that.
I'm
just not fine.
I guess what I'm saying is, where is that line?
There's no line.
There is a line when it goes from being acceptable to not acceptable, right?
It's just being an asshole. There ain't nothing about it, man. You can go in and slap a girl around and pull her hair and you like keep slapping her face while your wiener's in her cheek. And you can do that all you want as long as she likes it. Wow. You know what I mean? But when you're just trying to belittle somebody, that's different, man. You can tell when somebody's being a dickhead.
I would say there are lots of people that would argue the point that even if she says she wants to do it, she's being belittled, even if she agreed to it.
Well, whatever, man. I mean, she's wanting to do it. I'm just saying,
for money, you think she's going to do it for free?
Women out there, can you back me up on this? I'm not saying. I mean, I get it. Okay, I get it. But you can't treat your woman like an asshole outside the bedroom. What you guys do in the bedroom, that's different, man.
Right.
I think some women, feed into it, whatever. And if they don't, they don't.
Well, we're not talking about what goes on between two consenting adults in their bedroom. We're talking about porn. So,
porn,
but I get your point.
In the bedroom, same thing.
Yeah, I get your point. There's just no cameras. Well, not all the time.
No cameras.
Not all the time. All right. So, wow. So, that was Thickwood Badger. Sorry if you guys, I don't know what I'd say. Like I said, I struggle to get guests on the show, so I do what I can. So we're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to come back. Father James wants to come on and talk about what he's watching on Netflix.
We'll see you folks in 2 weeks.
Yes. We're taking a break right now in the show. You understand?
A 2-week lull?
We're taking a break in the show. Not.
Are you telling me we're only halfway done with this thing?
Oh, no, we're more than half done. Trust me, we're more than half done. So, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. And, speaking of the topic we were talking about.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show.
We'll be right back.
a picture of the world you sold us. See the shadow, but I feel no doubt. We don't care what you want to say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. We're not dying. Make this life worth fighting for.
You are listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. It is the adult cartoon of podcasts.
With double vision, you can see, but nothing's clear. One-sided conversation, and our voice won't disappear. We don't care what you want to say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. We're not dying. Make this life worth fighting for. We don't care what you want to say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. We're not dying. Make this life worth fighting for. You hear our voice. We will not just disappear. We don't care what you want to say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. We're not dying. Make this life worth fighting for. We don't care what you want to say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. We're not dying. Make this life worth fighting for. Make this life worth fighting for. Make this life worth dying for.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show.
Hello, this is Andrew WK. You're listening to Strange Label. Time to party.
Alrighty, this is lovely. Hey, wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Hello.
Hello, Earl.
This is the Leroy and Earl Show.
I'm Earl.
I'm Leroy.
I'm Earl.
This is the adult cartoon of podcasts. We're live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Strangelabel.com. Go to LeroyandEarl.com for all of your adult cartoon of podcast needs. Yeah, we have Thickwood Badger on. Thank you again, Thickwood, for coming on. Sorry if we gave you a little shit there. That's what Earl does. Hey, Earl, the show's almost over. You can make it another 13 minutes. Father James is waiting to talk.
I'm here. Put it on, Ricky. Jesus.
You look like
Get off my nuts.
everyone watching on YouTube right now. Earl is like, I thought you just took a long nap. Why you-
Listen, I'm overworked and underpaid.
Not on this show, you're not.
Yeah, on this show, I'm overworked and not paid at all.
Right? Yeah, except you're not really overworked.
Well, whatever, man. I'm not getting paid, am I?
No, neither am I.
If I want to take a nap on a set, then that's what I got to do.
True. All right, I'm not going to give you shit about that. I can't blame you. So, yeah. Anyway.
We already did, actually, so.
Already did what?
Give me shit. Leroy. I mean Earl. I mean fuck. What's his name? Ricky. Ricky. That's better, Ricky.
It's been a long time since we've heard this.
Yes, where the frickin' hell has he been?
Father James, are you there?
Hello, lads. Oh, the hell. Fuck that one up, didn't you? Damn it, you
Yeah,
fucked
you got
that
some extra
straight
fluff
out
in
your
here
ass.
tonight, Ricky.
I know. Jeez.
Really?
That's one of the downsides of doing such an intricate show. Screw stuff up. Ricky, turn the music down. God, I can't hear myself. Father James.
And now you turned everything down, Ricky.
No, he didn't. Father James, what's up?
I'm sitting here listening to your show, and I'm like, wow, why did you ever start this show back up?
Why are you listening to our show in the middle of church? Is what I want to know.
Well, I'm not church. That's just my theme song.
Oh.
Yeah, remember we used to play that all the time when he came on the show?
No.
Just say yes.
Yeah, I remember. Of course I remember.
So Father James, where the hell have you been? How the hell are you?
Well, I've spent a lot of time back in my homeland there of Ireland, and well, you know, you've been so infatuated with Saul Gorman that I figured what the hell, you don't need me. I might as well take a vacation. So, but anyway, I still love you, boys, and I thought I'd call in, and I wanted to tell you what I've been watching on TV, because I watch a lot. Sorry, margaritas. I watch a lot of television.
Well, that's cool, Father James. I'm actually for one of them. I miss you, man. I like having you. I kind of prefer you over Saul Gorman. Leroy, they're working quid quo bro. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back on the show. We need to hear more of you. Maybe some spinnings of the tunes or something.
Well, I've retired from the tune spinning, so forget that. Saul can have that. But it's not that. I'm not upset or anything. It's fine. I understand Saul's done a lot of work for you, and he's a popular person on the Leroy and Earl show, and I was okay taking a back seat, and I still don't mind. I don't really care. You guys are actually a huge giant waste of my time. There's way other things I'd rather be doing, but forget I said that.
So
I don't. That's my theory too about the whole Leroy and Earl show.
I figured you would say that, and you and I should hang out more often.
Yeah, you and we'll slide by Nana Leroy's, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So what you guys are saying? You don't like me and Ricky and Saul? What's up?
Well, I'm not saying I don't like you. It's just, well, yeah.
What are we saying?
I'm saying, it's summertime. The sun's not even gone down yet. And you guys are in your basements doing a podcast that a whole 6 people will listen to.
Well, you know what? Actually, in our defense, I'm upstairs. I'm not in the basement anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes it better. Never mind. Forget every single thing I said. Great show, guys. Now, can I talk about what I'm watching?
Go ahead, man. Spit it out.
Sure.
Answer the question.
All right. Well, first of all, The Walking Dead. Holy crap! That show's tanked. I think that show might be done. They may have one last chance to revive it this next season.
Ricky does it. Or what's his name? Ricky Grimes. Hopefully that guy doesn't blows his brains out.
We need that character to go away. You know what I'm saying? Let Daryl take over the whole thing or whatever. But anyway, Fear the Walking Dead, which is a spin-off of that show. It's not too bad. If you like The Walking Dead, you'd like Fear the Walking Dead. So if you haven't watched it, catch up on it. But the big show that's on regular on cable television that I really encourage you guys to check out is called The Terror. It's on AMC. It's really damn good. I've got to tell you.
The Terror?
Yeah, it's.
Can you tell us about it?
Sure, I'll tell you about it if you'd stop interrupting me.
Well, hey, but speaking of The Terror, is The Preacher still going on? Is that good still? I figure you probably watched that being you're a preacher, no?
Well, I'm not a preacher. I'm a priest. But I can see where you would, you'd confuse the two. I don't know what's up with Preacher. I haven't checked it out recently because I got so much other stuff going on. But I do plan on seeing what was up with that because that was a great show. But anyway, back to The Terror. It's a great show, and if you see the previews for it, you're going to think it's a monster movie, but a show, but it's not.
You're talking about Terror Tunes, correct?
No, it's called The Terror, Terror. It's on AMC, which is the same network that brings you The Walking Dead.
And Preacher.
And but it's a show about these 19th century English sailors that go off to try and find a way through the Antarctic. So they end up in the North Pole, that area, whatever, stranded, and there's this giant
iceberg?
Sorry, the music. I just heard the music and I felt a little closer to God. But now I'm drifting back away again. There's a large polar bear stalking them, and they're eating food of lead cans, so they start going crazy. But it's a good show. Check it out. It's called The Terror. And on Netflix, Arrested Development's coming out with another season this month. That's right, Arrested Development, new episodes in May. And Firefly will never be made again, so stop crying about it.
Why'd you throw that in there?
I don't know. I just say that anytime I'm talking about television. You ever watch Firefly, Earl?
No, never even heard of it.
Firefly was a show that came out long time, like in 2004, I think, or something like that. Ran one season, and they canceled it, and it's become like it's cult classic. Like people have been clamoring for them to bring it back.
What about Airwolf? Is that coming back anytime soon?
Airwolf? No, I don't think so. I think they made a movie about it a few years ago. But
oh, really? Huh.
So, Father James, you said there was something on Netflix you want to talk about.
Well, yeah, Arrested Development. Oh, and there's a movie you might want to see. It's called Come Sunday. Speaking of your previous subject,
is that a Thickwood Badger movie?
It's a Thickwood Badger presentation. Come Sunday. It's actually COME Sunday. You filthy, beautiful, filthy idiots. Anyway, it's the true story of Bishop Carlton Pearson, who I think in the mid-90s, he was a famous preacher on television. He was a part of the Oral Roberts ministry.
Aren't you a part of the Oral ministry, Father James?
You're really throwing the puns out there, aren't you?
Well, it's ironic that this is all true. I'm not making any of this up. The movie is called Come Sunday. It's on Netflix, about Bishop Carlton Pearson, who was a preacher with the Oral Roberts Ministries. And in the mid-90s, he was a preacher from the 70s all the way through. In the mid-90s, he decided there was no hell and everyone was going to heaven. And, well, you can guess what happened to him.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Anyway, it's an interesting story. It's not don't think it's going to be the greatest show you've ever seen, but it's true. True stories always interest me or whatnot. So anyway, yeah, you should check it out. Come Sunday.
Well, thank you, Carleezy.
Hey, Carleezy.
That's good advice. No, not Carleezy. Carleezy does movie reviews. I don't watch.
Yeah, we ought to get Carleezy on here because it's summertime. Everybody's looking to go out to maybe get him to give us an idea of what to look forward to this summer.
There you go. Next week, we're going to have Carleezy on here do some movie reviews.
What, my shit ain't good enough for you?
It's fine.
Oh, your shit was excellent, man.
Yeah.
You just spawned the idea. You sparked the interest. Yeah. That's all.
Don't get so upset there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So anyway, yeah, that's all I want. That's all I had for you. Thanks for having me on your show, and I'll talk to you later. And yeah, all that.
All right, Saul, take it easy. Saul.
That's bullshit right there. See, now I'm upset. Now I'm pissed. Fuck
you.
Hey.
You shouldn't be backing down. I never thought you was the type.
No, listen. I was okay.
Like that, Father James. You're letting Saul Gorman just take over your flair.
Yeah.
Well, I was fine with it. Now you just called me Saul.
It's a misstep. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me.
Saul's a new Father James.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, come on. Why'd you say that?
I wonder when he left. Yeah. I wonder who's going to take over Saul. You know what I mean? Like, are we just like whores for a third host, sometimes host kind of got people? You know what I mean? Who's going to be the next Father James?
Well, Saul Gorman was the next Father James.
I know, but okay, I mean, but who's going to be the next one?
Who's going to be the next Saul Gorman? Did we say?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. This has been an interesting episode, to say the least. When you say?
Yeah. At
No
least
weather.
it's been interesting.
Yeah, been interesting. Thanks so much, Michelle and Pearl, for listening. Anybody who downloads the show, and I'm gonna close this out with just a little. Excuse me. I want to say I can't tell you how much I appreciate the shift heads that listen to the show, and I appreciate their donations. Dildano, Dr. Brown. But I'm
This
starting
is
to-
his his fluffing application.
This is- I don't know. I feel depressed. I'm like we're gaining no ground, none. Like I felt like at this point we should be gaining some ground. You know
What
I
are
mean?
we trying to gain on,
I don't know.
man?
I want people to listen to the show. I mean, it's awesome, and I hate saying this because I don't want to make the people that do listen feel bad, because I so appreciate Michelle and Pearl and T-Rex and Shifthead Tom and Deltano, Dr. Brown, Carlisi. I'm trying to think who else might listen to the show, but that's it. We got like 10
Dude,
people.
why don't you do like a Google AdWords or something, man?
Because I don't want to.
It costs money, man.
I
Pay to
know.
play. Quick quote, bro.
Right. Well, we only get $10 a month. That's our budget.
Well, we need AdWords, man. We need something that says, you know, when they click on comedy podcast, it takes them to our link. That's what it is, man. I mean, we're never going to, especially in a sea of millions of podcasts, you know, we're never going to be more than just local, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, like you said, I think last week, there's more listeners than there are there's more podcasts than there are listeners.
That is very true, man. It's a really hard gig, man.
All right. I shouldn't even bring that up. That's stupid. That brings everybody down. And now it's fuck. I'm sorry.
Nah, man,
sorry.
you're good. But we do need an advertising campaign, which just brings us to our next point. We need more money. Dildano, Joel.
Yeah, bump that monthly up to about, can you bump it up to like $250? Dildano wasn't even willing to go one more penny.
We are all one gear. We're all one shift head.
Well, at least Dildano is listening again. Thanks for listening, Dildano. This has been the Leroy Earl Show, and I guess we'll see you guys next week. Pretty sure we're going to do a show next week. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I got to get this pole barn done. I just burned a nice ass day sleeping and doing this show.
Okay, so we may take the week off next week. You will know if you follow us on Twitter at Leroy and Earl, or if you follow us on Facebook. We will let you know if there's a live show or not.
Let's call it by the rain, man. If it's raining, let's do the show.
All right, that's it. If it's raining next Wednesday, we'll do the show. If it's not raining, we're not doing the show. So that's it.
Hi, this is Christopher Walken. Please go to LeroyandEarls.com and listen to their podcast. It's full of news, weather, and other useless shit.
Let's break out these chains, let's burn it down. In the 90s, Peter saw the deep that she wanted everything that he did not have.
You know what I did? I started the show, went live on Strange Label, and I forgot to hit record on the DAW.
So what's that mean? It's lost in foreverness, or is it on YouTube?
No, I'm sorry. I forgot to hit record for like the first minute. So I have to go back and figure out how to edit it or something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to take me a while. So
just put discount wheelie ads in there.
There you go. All right. I might just re-record it. I don't know. So anyway, yep. Go to LeroyandEarl.com. That's where you'll find all the links to listen to the show and to listen to the old shows. All those old shows are still out there. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. Where can they be found?
There. If you go to LeroyandEarl.com, there's a link to our Mixler page, and they're all there. Only the first hour, which most of them are only an hour anyway. But I do have a flash drive with every show, all 79 episodes we did in their entirety, if anyone's ever interested, if they would like their own flash drive with all that on there, let me know, and I'll tell you how much it costs. I'm not going to gouge you, but obviously a flash drive costs money and would cost time to do the work. But if you're interested in the first 79 episodes, or we used to call them parts, because we're only going to do 100, let me know. Message us on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. I don't give a
Is this episode 101?
This is, well, that's a funny thing. Technically, it's 101, but I'm going to keep labeling them as I did. So this is 122. You don't even,
Okay.
do you understand all that?
Well, I understand what you're saying. I don't really understand where we got off track.
Well, because we stopped at 79, but then we came back and said we were going to do part 100 to fulfill our pledge. So we did part 100. And then when we started the show up again, because part 100 was the first one on the new server site, I just started calling them 101, 102. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so we skipped 80 through 99?
Right. So that's why last week's episode was technically our actual 100th episode.
Well, why don't you just go back to doing 80 through 99, and once we get to 99, we'll skip to whatever we're at.
Well, because I don't want to go back and read.
I learned from Discount Wheelies, a good business tactic is to label everything as 1,000. So people will look at your numbers and say, wow, they're on 1,001 episodes.
True. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe next week will be episode 1123.
Yeah, let's do the 1,100th episode next week or whatever. Next time it doesn't rain.
Yeah. If it
does rain.
Next Wednesday if it rains. All right, so we just talked through the ending song. So that's it. We'll see you guys next week. If it rains.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Eric Cartman. I don't usually listen to podcasts, but when I do, I listen to the Leroy and Earl show. I can't do it. I can't. I would never listen to this shit. The adult cartoon of podcasts, my ass.
The train is rolling, gotta get it right. It's moving fast at the speed of light. I can't say now if it's right or wrong. All I know is gotta sing this song. Sing this song, yeah. I wanna go where I've never been. I'd like to reach where the angels sing. Gonna fly to the high side. I'm gonna win where the world dies. Viva la rock. I can't get enough when you know it's right. Viva la rock. Let's make the church right here tonight. Viva la rock. When you know it's right. Viva la rock. Let's bring the church right here tonight.
The Leroy and Earl Show is produced by me, Leroy, and my intern, Ricky Dixon. Again, we're live almost every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at strangelabel.com. Go to LeroyandEarl.com for all your Leroy and Earl needs. And, follow us on Twitter at Leroy and Earl. And do whatever the hell else you want. Leroy everywhere. So, thanks. See ya. Gildano, Dr. Brown. You guys are the best. See ya. YouTubers, all of you that are listening, so many of you, hundreds of thousands watching this show. Appreciate it. See ya.